Big real estate has it wrong, and here's why. Hey, I'm Rob Foglia, author of Real Estate Reset and with Real Estate Reset Coaching. And here's the thing, big real estate, the big real estate companies that are out there, and especially the big real estate coaching companies that are out there, they're all full of it. They're all selling you the same dream. They're selling you their dream, and they don't care what your dream is. You see, those big coaching companies that are out there, they're just selling you what you're telling them. They're selling you whatever it is that you say you want. If you want freedom, they're telling you how you can experience freedom by growing this huge real estate team and how only and only if you follow this process and grow from just you to a level 2 to a level 5 to a level 7 real estate team. Gosh, I even seen somebody say level 8 recently, which I want to see that book. But regardless, they are telling you that as long as you grow and follow this plan, then you can get freedom. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need their plan. You can do it much sooner than what they're telling you. You see, there's a formula that's out there that I keep hearing. It's from different coaching companies, different brokerages. They're all saying the same thing. They're saying that you need to recruit, you need to leverage, then you need to manage, and you need to scale. And that's BS. You just don't need that in your life. Yes, if your goal and your dream is real estate, you grew up and that little 8-year-old child inside of you was like, yes, you know what? I want to be the next real estate mogul out there. Then sure, that can be you. But the reality is 99.999 plus percent of us in this industry, that was not our goal growing up. And we have other things that we want to get out of life. And here's how you can make that happen. Now, before I get into any of this today, do me a favor. If this resonates with you, head over to calendly.com/RER coaching and let's get on each other's calendars. I want to show you how you can do this in less time per week, have the freedom that you want, and have the peace of mind that you want out of life. Now, let me tell you when all this started to click for me. Now, this was probably about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was at a conference. I was at a big Keller Williams conference called Family Reunion. I just manned the booth at KWYP, our Keller Williams Young Professionals organization, where I was pitching our product. And hey, KWYP was phenomenal. I got so much out of that organization over the years. I can't be grateful enough for them. They were an amazing organization. I haven't been a part of them in a minute, but I'm sure they still are. I know there's some great people that are still there. And yet I digress. The reason I'm sharing this is after I get done manning this booth with a colleague of mine, we were just walking back to the hotel and we were just chatting and I was telling her about my business. I was telling her about how I only work weekdays. I work business hours. Like I work traditional business hours. And she just said, I guess you cracked the code. And I had to pause and I was like, crack the code. Like I didn't think this was a code I was cracking. This was just how I naturally wanted to do business and run my life. And so because I wanted to lead my life that way, I went that direction. And yet I realized at that moment that this is a novel concept for the real estate industry. Yes, we talk about boundaries and we talk about standards, but a standard is only a standard if we keep it, if we maintain it. And the reality is so many of you on that are seeing this video are going to write a business plan out for next year and you're going to say, hey, I only want to work these days or this amount of hours per week. And then you know what's going to happen? That first client that calls you and says, hey, I'm pretty busy during the week. Can't we just look at homes on Saturday? You're going to be like, sure, absolutely, let's go. And then before you know it, the next weekend you're doing an open house on Saturday and Sunday. You're having one person come in, each one of them, and you're barely getting any leads out of it, but you're draining your weekends. You're draining your energy. Why? Because you're not holding a standard. So what I want to get into today is how I crack the code and how you can do more with less. And what it comes down to is you don't need to follow what all those big guys are saying out there. Those big companies, those big coaching companies, all they're saying is you need to grow a team. They're saying, you know what? You sell enough homes, you can hire an admin, you hire a buyer's agent, then yes, you're giving away half your commission on the buy side to that buyer's agent. And yes, you're paying that admin a salary, but hey, you're going to sell more homes. You know why they want you to do that? So they can make more money. They want you to sell more homes because you're good at it. And so that way they can make more money off of you. But they know, especially if you have a commission cap, that runs out, right? They can't make any more money off of you. But they can make money off your buyer's agent. And if you bring on an admin, well, hey, it's going to force you to have to grow so that they can make more money off you. My point is that all those companies are just looking out for their bottom line and they're hoping you grow so that their bottom line can grow. That doesn't help you. Well, I guess it helps you if you want to be that real estate mogul. If you want to be the next Gary Keller or fill in the blank with whoever it is that's out there that's grown a real estate like business empire, then by all means. But most of you don't actually want that in your life. Most of you did not grow up saying, hey, I want to be the next real estate mogul. Most of you grew up with dreams of being a rock star, a songwriter. You wanted to be an artist. You wanted to be a baker. You wanted to be a doctor, whatever. You wanted to be so many different things that are out there that you didn't want to be a real estate mogul. Well, don't be a real estate mogul then. But here's the cool thing is you can use real estate to help you in your life. You can use real estate as a wealth vehicle for you. You can use real estate as a way to generate income with the people that know you, like you, and trust you. You can help them. You can have sincere relationships with people, help them with a service that they absolutely need, but then you could stop there, meaning you don't need to grow. I promise you, most of you that have goals out there of selling 30, 40, 50 or more homes, that you can take home more money if you sold 15 to 20 homes. As long as you cut your expenses, as long as you didn't throw away money on that assistant who may be a phenomenal person, maybe a great admin, but do you actually need them? Or do you only need them if you want to go to level 3, 4, or 5? You want to hire 5 more buyer's agents? Well, yeah, then you need an assistant and that person's needed. But do you actually need that? Or are you doing all this because you want freedom? Are you doing all this because you want freedom, because you want to be able to go to your kids', dance recital, or you want to go to, you want to make sure you have your weekends available because your spouse is available on the weekends? If that's why you're doing all this stuff, I got news for you. You don't need to do it. You just need to have priorities. You've got to set standards and then keep them. Believe it or not, that is the code. That's the code that you got to crack. You got to find those standards and you got to keep them. And that's why you need a real estate coach. That's why you need somebody like me in your life, somebody who lives that, somebody who will hold you to that standard, and somebody who will keep you accountable to make sure that if this is what you want, if this is what you say you want out of life, that you can get that out of life. So if any of this is connecting with you, if this is resonating with you, if you're like, yeah, you know what, Rob, I don't need what those big guys are saying. I just want freedom. I want the things in life that I want. Well, hey, I got news for you. I want that for you too. Head over to calendly.com/RER coaching and let me help you. Let's get a free 30-minute business consultation on our books and let's move forward. Let's get you to create the life that you want using real estate as a vehicle to get you there. Let's help you make memories, not just business plans.